Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Golden. Only God knows what I'm gonna be, yeah. I'm too much, I don't hang with wannabes, yeah. Any day you gon' find me with the bros, yeah. Rolling through the city, moving on the low, yeah. Any day you gon' find me with the bros, yeah. Any day you gon' find me with the bros, yeah. Rolling through the city.
What's good, gang? What's good, guys? What's good, Molweni? Ebusuku, because I'm shooting this at night. Molweni, unjani, sanbonani. Hey, man. It is what it is, because it ain't what it was. That's why I do what it does. And welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, wamkelekile. You know, siya kwamkela, the works, Molweni. I go by the name of Alex VUYO NKALANE, umchengu odla ngamandla uvuma lempongolo yanukumfingu masali. To returning subscribers, all abafowethu, I'm back, I'm back, and as you guys have read the title, story time. Told you I'm coming back with the story time videos. So I'm back with the story time. And yeah, the day we broke 15 bottles at a liquor store. Yeah, before we get into this video, make sure you like it. Just like the video in hopes that you're gonna like it in the end after you watched. But yeah, man, like the video. If you haven't subscribed, of course, if you're new, which means you haven't subscribed, then smash that sub button. And it's weird because you guys are not subscribing, you're just watching my videos. What's this now? You guys are just watching my videos, you're not subscribing. Please, Wafet, please. Just pause this video and go subscribe. Also, before you watch this video, please watch my previous video, so you can be up to date. Anyway, yeah, man, today's story time, as I said. So, how am I gonna start the story? I don't know. Anyway, so back in high school, because everything, Jay, all these story time videos that I'm gonna shoot, just know, Jay, it was in high school. I'm not gonna say this again, but back in high school. But I think I should just remind you in every story because every story has a backstory. Anyway, so back in high school, I was in what do you call this? A gang? Oh, it wasn't a gang. It was a group. I was in a group. So yeah, back in high school, a group of gents, moving. As I said on my previous story time, I had my group of friends. My brother had his group of friends because we went to different high schools. But then we'd always link up and be one thing. So yeah, I don't know how it happened, but then one day we decided to form a gang group, whatever you want to call it. And obviously, there was Hans involved. So it was the number of gents balanced the number of Hans. So if it was eight gents, then it would be 8 Hans. You know those things back in the day. I'm sure most of you guys have been in high school groups and all of that. So yeah, we were in that group kind of thing. There was a time that there was just groups galore, especially in Coxted. But if you're from Coxted, KwaZulu Natal, then you will know what I'm talking about. There was just a period where there was just groups upon groups upon groups, or gangs, or whatever you want to call it. Like 2014 to 2016-ish, just gang groups. So yeah, I was part of that era, or whatever you want to call it. So it was called One Time Family. And those that know will know. One Time Family. Because we were family and we're still family. Shout out to One Time Family. If you're a One Time Family member, salute us. Anyway, back to the story. So what we would do as sorry guys. What the hell is this? thing. Anyway, so what we would do as the group gang, what should I call this? Should I call it a group or a gang? Let me just call it one OTF. So, because we were a one-time family, so we were OTF. Sharp. So what we would do is OTF, right? So because we all lighties, nobody owns an apartment, all of that. So what we would do is we'd put together money and know that on a certain weekend we'd meet up with the Hans, because also the Hans never went to the same schools as us. So bear in mind, I went to my own school. My brother and the rest of the gents that made up the gents for OTF went to another school. Yeah? And then the Hans went to a totally different school out of town. Nah. So it was just a mishmash. Some would be available this weekend, some would be available that other weekend, and so forth and so forth. So we just like sit and plan a day where we're gonna meet up. So okay, sharp, we'd put money aside, know that okay, we're meeting up on a certain day or weekend, and then we'd book a BNB, and then we know that we're chilling there for the day as OTF. Yeah, well. Sharp. So same thing happened this particular weekend. We met up. The gents came up with money. The Hans came up with money because it was just a 50-50 thing. What is this thing that keeps on popping on my camera? And anyway, so gents came up with money. Hans came up with money. We'd combine, divide it into food, drinks, accommodation, ABCD. It was just a day thing because most of the gang couldn't like do sleepovers and all of that because obviously we were lighties and it would be suspicious to parents. Some parents are more strict than the other parents, the list goes on. So we'd meet up, have that thing or book an accommodation or whatsoever you want to call it for that day, and then later, probably at around about 5, 6, everyone just goes their separate ways and goes home. So this particular day was just no different from other days when we'd meet up. So we met up. We had these jerseys. How am I forgetting these jerseys? Actually, I still have my jersey. It's probably in there somewhere. I'll get it. We had these jerseys that were written "One Time Family." So whenever we'd meet up, we'd wear those jerseys, and it wasn't jerseys, it was hoodies. Why am I? Yes, Mandi, it was hoodies. So we had hoodies. Cool. So we met up this weekend. Okay, sharp. Planning, okay, we're gonna book accommodation. Here's money for food. Here's money for this and that. Okay, sharp. So now we split tasks. We're like, okay, sharp. Let's go book accommodation. We're like, okay, accommodation is so much money. Put one money aside. We went and we booked. I think. Did we book same time? I think we booked. And then we separate the money. So, okay, this is for food. The Hans must go and buy food. So the Hans went and they went to go look for whatever we're going to be eating and whatnot, and the snacks, the young nibble, whatever you want to call them. And then us as the gents were in charge of the beverage, Bev. So we like, okay, gents, let's buy I'm not going to specify, but we went to a liquor shop. Sharp. You know as lighties when you go to a liquor shop, you've got bags, because buy, then throw everything in a bag and then, strap the bag closely and tightly to your back and then don't look back and just move your way through town. So that was the plan. So we all go as the gents. I think, how many of us? I think it was 7 of us, 8 of us, 7, not sure. So we all go there. Get to the liquor shop. They tell us to leave our bags at the door. Okay, sharp. We don't have a problem with that. Leave the bags at the door. We know what we came to buy here. Like, there was no point of us like going around and looking at other things and comparing prices. We knew what we came to buy. We knew how much it was. It was just on budget. So we knew what we went there to buy. Cool. So we get there, leave our bags by the security. I think none of us was suspected to be younger or whatsoever. Because I think we all got in that day. So we go in, we walk past the first few items, and then we get to this cabinet thing. You know at a liquor store, the most expensive bottles and all of that will always be probably behind the counter or the teller, whatever, behind the till. It'll always be behind the till at a specific locker thing with it's just like transparent glass thing where you can just see the bottle you want, but then you can't open and get it. So you have to call someone to assist you from the shop. So it was that kind of a setup. So we go past this cabinet thing, and we see, I think it was the price of a fit blue label, Johnny Walker blue label, if I'm not mistaken. To those that were there, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we were looking at the price of a blue label, Johnny Walker. So I think two guys saw this two of us, one of the gents, they saw the price of this thing, and we're like, hey, gents, come cover this. Hey, we all standing there by the cabinet. Blue label, this much money. Now, how am I going to describe this? So it's an aisle where there's this cabinet thing where they display the expensive bottles, and then they leave a space for you to walk, and then behind. So we were standing looking at this cabinet thing, and then behind us, what they did is, I think there was a bottle that was on special, pan. So behind us was that special advertisement thing. So we're looking at this cabinet thing, looking at how much each expensive bottle is and everything. And then behind us was the bottle on special. So what they do is, there was boxes of that specific alcohol beverage, Ntontoni. There was like boxes and boxes stacked on top of each other. And then inside the boxes were the actual product. And then so what they do is they stack the boxes to a certain height, and then put like single bottles on top of the box, like on top of this heap or mountain box thing. There'd be actual bottles with the price tags stuck on the boxes. So it's actual bottles at the top and then actual bottles inside the boxes. So we're standing, we're looking at this cabinet thing with the expensive bottles. My brother, hey, my brother, my blood, oh my gosh. My brother decides to step back. I don't know what for. He steps back. I think he hit one of the boxes with his elbow. I'm not sure. I think he bumped the box though. And then he bumped like a middle box. The boxes start from the ground and they build up. He bumps the middle box. Ne? And then the middle box moved, and the rest of the top boxes moved also, so they shifted. And then one bottle was about to fall. My brother, oh my God, he wants to grab this falling bottle, ne? But he has no support whatsoever. So he uses the remaining boxes as his support to actually help grab this falling bottle. So as he tries to grab this falling bottle with the support of these boxes, all of these boxes just decide to fail on him and just shift towards the opposite direction. So now actually it was the same direction as he was, because he's leaning towards the boxes are running away from him. So everything just shifted and all the bottles just fell. All the bottles fell on the floor, they broke. All we had was... It was just, the sound of glass breaking. It was just the sound of glass breaking, and next thing we saw, it was just brown on the floor. And that strong spirit smell thing, like, guys, trauma. Anyway, so all these bottles are broken now. It's just liquor on the floor. It's brown with broken glasses and shit. The liquor is just running down towards the door. That's how much liquor there was. So now there's liquor all over the place. The boxes are wet. You can see there's broken bottles inside the boxes. Some bottles survived, but most didn't. And now we don't know what to do, how to react. We're all just standing like, what the fuck just happened? And we're looking at my brother, and he's like, hey, I don't know what happened. I was trying to do this. We're like, dog, don't explain to us. It's not like we're going to get you out of the situation. We're all in this together right now. All we heard was someone by the till announced that, may everyone please leave. Did they say leave or vacate? Whatever English they used. But may everyone please leave the store, except for those boys. So everyone was told or asked to leave the liquor store, except for us. So the security is there by the door. He's blocking people that want to come in because he's like semi-closed the door. So the door is closed halfway. So the only people that can actually use the door are the people that are told to get out, except us. So everyone else is there, and you know how people are. Yo, bashana bam, yo. And that's all they're saying, and they're walking out. So no one is helping us whatsoever. So they all walk out. Right? I think it was the manager that was there, whatever the case is, but then this person came out and he looked at the mess and was like, and then he turned back into the office, whatever. And all we heard was, attention store manager, what. Please report to the shop. And now we're sitting there, the doors are closed, and you can imagine people from outside, they peeping like this. They're like, yo. And you're inside, you're the only one inside the liquor store besides the workers. So everyone outside can see that it's you that did this. It is you guys. Because we're all sitting in one group and we're thinking, what the fuck are we going to do now? And we're sitting there, well, we're standing there, and we don't know. The security doesn't even want to look at us. Like, everyone is not talking. Nobody is talking to us from the staff members. No one is talking to us. They're just looking at us like, hi, boys. Hey, we there. We're asking each other, gents, what are we going to do? Nobody wants to answer. It's just every man for himself right now. People are thinking. It's just quiet. Amongst us as the gents, it's quiet. So, we start thinking of plans. Mind you, as I said, the budget, we already budgeted what we're coming to buy here. So we even the money that we owe from the bottles that are broken is just way above our budget. So even if we had to pay with our money that we have right now, it'd still leave a big dent or debt to what we owe. So we're still sitting there, we're thinking, gents, what are we going to do? I think we then devised a plan of hiding our money. Did we hide our money? I think we hid our money somehow and then only kept 100 rand to say that we only came to buy a specific beverage in J. We never came to buy a lot of alcohol. I think, I'm not sure. Again, to the gents that were there, please correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, finally, one of the guys that work here, they come. And then they start looking at the bottles and everything. They start counting how many bottle caps are broken. Because now they couldn't really tell by the broken glass bottles or broken bottle things that were on the floor how many bottles were broken. So they counted the caps. Okay. They amount to 15 bottles. And they times the 15 bottles with the price. I think it came up to 4,000 something. I think it came up to 4,000 something. And we're sitting there thinking, what the fuck? How are we going to pay? Because this guy literally counted, was like, hey, dog, gents, you guys broke 15 bottles. And 15 times the amount of this, the price of this bottle, this is how much you guys owe. And I'm not the manager, but I'm just here to tell you guys how much you guys owe us. The manager's going to come and deliberate what's going to happen from now on. Hey, we're thinking, what the fuck are we going to do? We're panicking because we had the money, but then we've used it. We booked accommodation. We gave the hands to go, some of the money to go buy food and everything. So at this point, we figured that the hands already used the money. So it's chai. It's chai for our lives. My brother decides to fake an injury. He says one of the bottles got into his shoe, ABCD, so he's got a cut in his shoe. So this gent that works here, he brings them some did he bring tissue? I think he brought tissue. So now he's meant to take off the shoe and actually show the wound so that they can apply the tissue on the wound. No, not my brother. My brother takes the tissue and he shoves it in his shoe. I'm asking him, dog. And then it's like, he's trying to stop the blood. I'm like, yeah, but take off your shoe. And then I realize, oh, this motherfucker's lying. Oh, then we need to act with it. We're like, okay, no, bambelela pakum, no, sunyathela ngolnyawo, you're gonna get more hurt and everything. So the guy went, We there, we're panicking. We don't know what to do. My brother's even forgotten that he's faking an injury. He's standing on both his feet. Like, it's just a mess. So we're thinking, what the hell are we going to do? I'm thinking, what am I going to say to my parents? Like, how am I going to make that phone call saying that, Ma, we are at a liquor store, we broke bottles here and we can't pay? Like, the fuck? My parents don't even know I drink because we were young. So there's a lot that was going like in Nyamba. And then like what's the plan? What's our way out? And we're not talking to each other as a gents, but gents or teen we're not. Everyone is just looking there. And I remember there was a photo. We're standing in one corner. I don't know. One of the gents actually snapped that picture. I think he took the picture. We were just standing in one corner, but everyone was just looking at their own direction and thinking their own things, like thinking of a way out. So we stand there. I think a colored lady came, or a white lady, who was the store manager. I think it's a white lady. Could be wrong. Again, gents, please correct me if I'm wrong. But this lady comes, né? And then she whips out a form, a paper. Looks like a document or a form, whatever. She stands by the till. She looks at the damage. She talks to the guy that came and counted the bottles. They talk. You can just see that this lady is not happy and she's not in a good mood. Hey, we are praying. I won't lie. Me, low-key, I was praying. Like, I was like, God, dog, I mean, but God, I know I wasn't even supposed to be here because I'm young. But, like, if you spare me this, then probably I'll quit beverage and be a good kid, go to Sunday school. I was praying internally and asking for forgiveness. I don't know what other gents were thinking or praying about, whatsoever the case is. So, this lady finally says, who broke the bottles? Hey, we're like, hey, dog, we're not going to say it's all of us. Dog, you broke the bottles, uyabizo. So we pointed to my brother, and then the lady says he must come front. Hey, this nigga's even forgotten that he's faking an injury. He's walking upright with the tissue sticking out on the side of his shoe. How the gent is walking. And then halfway to where he's going, he remembers, oh, I'm faking an injury. And then he starts limping. I'm like, oh my God, we're fucked. Tina, it's chai for us. Okay, they get there, they talk for a good 20 to 30 minutes. Hey, they talk. Next thing that my brother comes back to her. Oh, they make him sign something. They make him sign on that document. And then after signing, he comes back to us. He's like, gents, they told us to leave the store and never come back here and never come by here again. I was like, thank you, Lord. I'm not coming back here anymore. We all rushed to the door. We picked our bags up. We left. And I asked my brother, dog, what were you writing there? And he's like, they asked him to write his address, parents' phone number, and then he wrote my phone number. Of course, that was the plan from get-go, that if we ever get into trouble, then if I get into trouble and they ask for my parents' phone number, then I will write his number. And then if he ever gets into trouble and they ask for his parents' phone number, then he writes my number. Like, we didn't even need to rehearse that. We knew from the get-go. So he wrote my number and all of that. And they told us to leave the store, never to come back, ABCDA. Picked our bags up. We off. We don't even look back. And as soon as they opened the door, the people at the door, they just moved one side and we're out. Because now we're thinking in our minds, what if abantu bangaphandle that are watching from outside, what if someone knows me and be like, hey, unyana kabanban, haibona lapho. So I'm thinking of all those things, like my mind is racing. So they opened the door, sapuma. We walked as fast as we could. We crossed the road, went to another liquor store. We bought alcohol. Don't judge us. Yes, we still went and we bought alcohol. I mean, that was the order of the day, value. So we went to the next liquor store, bought alcohol, went back to the Hans, and we had a good time. I don't think we told them what happened. I think we did. I think first thing that we said when we got back is tell them what happened. But I'm not sure. But anyway, yep, we've reached the end of the story. It wasn't that long, but it was something. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button. Share this video with your family, friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, your bites, your ex, your cat, your dog, your everything, man. And yeah, see you guys next time. Thank you so much for the love, gang. Let's keep growing. Let's keep growing the number of subscribers. Trying to get 100 subscribers by the end of the month, God willing. Thank you guys. Bye.